Hi everyone and welcome to the show. Today we're looking at these Osprey Airporters. These are the bags that you put your backpacks into if you're traveling on a plane, just to stop them getting damaged or the straps and that from getting snagged, because often when you travel by plane the porters won't handle these that carefully, so you need something to protect them. You've got the medium-sized Airporter here by Osprey and the small. This one takes 45 litres to 75, and this one anything under 50 litres. But there's just no information out there explaining the difference between these two packs. And I have heard people say the under 50 litre one takes these 65 litre bags quite comfortably. So I wanted to get the two, and we're going to make a comparison between them right here, right now. So here is the medium. It's a pretty big bag, and here is the small. Now I've used the medium before on bags that we have in Australia, and we find them to be really a bit baggy when you've got a bag in there. So we wanted to see if it was true that people were saying that you could use the small to put a 65 litre in. Let's get Michelle's bag here. This is the Osprey Aura. This is the 65. It's got a few things hanging on the outside. We've got some shoes, as you often might have. Even got a hiking pole on this one. And let's see if it fits into the small comfortably. So this is a 65 litre pack. It's not overly filled, so the compression section at the top here is not completely filled up, but it's a reasonable sized pack. There's a fair bit of stuff in here, probably about 14, 15 kilos of gear. And here is the small sub 50 litre Airporter. Now, they're always a bit tricky to get on. You can see what would happen if this went on to an aircraft with all these straps not tucked away. What's going to happen is these straps here and here, they're going to get snagged on a conveyor belt, and rather than sort of carefully take them off, somebody's going to yank them and you're going to damage an expensive bag. So bear in mind, this Airporter is designed for a 50 litre pack. I'm just going to pop the shoes in there. We've also got a hiking pole here. Let's pull that up, strap everything in securely, and there you go. That's a nice secure container that you can lock, put the zips together and lock. It's got a carrying handle here on the top. It's got a carrying handle on the side, so if you're checking it in, you can check it in like a suitcase. And that is going to protect the bag. It's still got a little bit of give in there, so you could get a bit more volume in this bag. There's a place here for any labels. You can put a personalised label in there. And there's also a strap here that you can actually pack away if you don't want to use it, but there's a strap here if you're carrying it just through the airport. But when you actually get to the airport and you check this in, you'd unclip this from the bottom, and then you'd pop this over the shoulder strap away into this little compartment in the top, so that that also isn't going to get caught up. There's also another little pocket in here, so you could stow away some loose bits if you wanted. Say you had something as you were checking in and they said that can't, you know, you're a little overweight, you want to add maybe a book or something in here, so you could pop that in there. So that fits perfectly. Here I've got the Atmos, also a 65 litre pack, but this one is packed to the gunnels. So the headstock here is higher than Michelle's, the ladies' one. Would this fit comfortably into a small? Now you can see already that I'm struggling to get this over the top. Now if you didn't want to be squashing your goods down, and to be honest, now I'm going to call this as it doesn't really fit. So although the small Airporter is perfectly good for a 65 litre bag, it really only accepts the 65 litre if it's not completely full. So if you end up buying this small size Airporter and you're traveling and you decide to pick up some extra goods, the height of this bag is going to expand, and therefore you're not going to get it in. No, look, really, you'd have to push this down so hard to get it in that there's a chance that you'd end up damaging some of the goods in your bag, and you're probably putting too much stress on the zips as well. So although it kind of will go in, you know, with a squeeze, I'd be a little less comfortable checking a bigger pack in like this in the small size Airporter. Now, it might be interesting to see what height we've got here. So that's around about 30 inches. So that's about 70, 76, 77 centimeters high. That gives you an idea of the height of this pack or this Airporter when it's fully laden. So let's get that out of there now and try the medium pack. Okay, this is now the medium Airporter. Let's just pull it over the bag. And you can see straight away that this doesn't struggle at all to take this bigger 65-litre pack fully expanded. So that kind of answers the question for me. Although it's a little bit baggy, I think I would go with the medium-sized Airporter if I was going with a pack as big as the Aura or Atmos 65. So there you have it. There's the medium Airporter, and there is the small Airporter side by side. There's not a massive difference. Now here we're just looking at the medium and the small Airporters. They also do a 75 to 110 a large, so that would be for a really big pack, but we haven't got anything that big we need it for. But I just wanted to compare these two packs. Actually, you know, size for size in their retail packages, there's not a lot of difference. So you're going to have to carry these with you when you're not transiting through an airport, so that's an extra thing that you've got to think about. But they're not that big, and they probably sort of pack down fairly small as well, so you'll have to put those in the packs when you get off the plane at the other end. So you might say, Steve, why are you reviewing Osprey Airporters on the channel anyway? Mainly because no one else seemed to be comparing the two, and I just thought, well, I've looked all over the internet to see the difference between the two packs, and nobody's doing it, so I've done it for anyone out there. For my regular viewers, I hope you didn't mind this little self-indulgence. Be good, and we will see you on the road with these very shortly. Take care.
That the answer is yes.